Welcome back to another Sir James D. DJ video. Today I'll be doing the full review for the Scythe Kaze Master 5 1/4 inch bay mountable 6-channel fan controller. Okay, most of this review is going to be handheld. I know I've been doing the tripod lately, but I feel to actually showcase the beauty of this device, I just zoom around to what some of the different things are. Now, we'll try doing this without zipping those ram fans again. Okay. You see over there on the far left? Okay. With that jumper in, that means the alarm is active. Okay? Now if you take that out, that'll silence the alarm. And really the alarm is not as annoying as the NZXT Sentry 2. Also, for the Celsius and Fahrenheit, there are 3 pins on there. The 2 left pins, the left and the center, will give you Celsius reading, and the right and the center, will give you Fahrenheit. Okay. Now this is, while we're over here, I might as well show one thing. This is the only issue I really have. Can't the cables just be black? I mean, it's always been kind of a pet peeve of mine to do yellow and all these other crazy colors, and it's like, whose setup is yellow? Like, is Krusty the Clown making a computer setup? I don't really understand that at all. I mean, even the sensors going around there. If that was black, it would look a heck of a lot better. Now, setup to the fans was a cinch. It was just a matter of taking the wires coming out here and then going out through the back, which I don't have the greatest cable management, but as I said, you can connect 4 pin to these using an extender, things like that, so it worked just beautifully. I absolutely love the gorgeous turquoise for the channels, and then the blue for the RPM and the temperature. Now, as you can see, I've got temperature 1 is on the block, SwiftTech. 2 I've got on the graphics card, and then 3 I just sent over there. So I've got 3 set up. And those look fairly accurate. I mean, they're not going to be within the 0.1%. And I'm also not too sure how accurate the RPMs are, because I've got Scythe Slipstream 120s, and those are only the 1900 RPM fans, and you can see the readings are getting up into the 2100s. So I'm not entirely sure how accurate that meter is, but you know, it's not a huge deal. The way to increase and decrease the speed is beautiful. Turn it all the way off, all the way up, just fine. And like I said, these dials don't feel like they're about to break off. You see there is a little wiggle with the 800D, but that's just because there's only 2 screws that you can, one on here, one on the other side. As you can see from a 45-degree angle, it's still perfectly visible. The only thing is the dial right here, depending on if you're sitting over there, it's going to be this dial, but you know, if you're sitting at your station and you got your computer on your desk, you won't be able to see which channel, so you got to bend back a little bit and see. It's not, again, not a huge deal, but I mean, hey, it's got dials, it's not a touchscreen. But I will say I am very impressed with this. It really complements my setup excellently. The installation is simple. The instructions are very well laid out, if you even have to use them. It comes with plenty of stickies for the thermal sensors. The cables are plenty long enough, all of them, including the fans. I mean, this really is a beautiful fan controller. And just for reference, I'll show you with the lights out. Now the way I see it, there are so many more positives than things I could just kind of nitpick about with this fan controller. The fact that the installation is so simple. Manual is beautiful. Colors are outstanding. The black finish is terrific. The ability to adapt between Celsius and Fahrenheit is a breeze. The ability to turn off that alarm, thank goodness. And it's not even annoying when it's on, but just the ability to turn it off is nice. And the fact that these dials, they don't feel like they're going to snap off on you. I know some fan controllers, feels like there's only a little pin in there. And if you do that, it's going to snap off. Plus the fact, you're sitting here looking at it at a 45-degree angle. You can see it perfectly well. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, there are just one or two little things which I'm just personally nitpicky about, okay? One is that none of the cables are black, which I don't really understand in this day and age why all cables aren't black. I mean, again, it's not like we're building up Bozo the Clown's case here. We don't need yellow, red, all these crazy colors. We shouldn't really need to sleeve our cables at this point, so just make them black. It'll look beautiful, trust me. And the other thing is that I'm not entirely sure how accurate that RPM monitor is. I mean, like I said, I've got 1900 RPM case fans throughout the case. Some of them are reading 2000, 2100 RPMs, so might be a little bit off, but again, these are just nitpicky things. It's a beautiful fan controller. Now, I have owned 3 fan controllers in my life, and I will say without absolutely any hesitation that this is the best fan controller I have ever owned. With that in mind, in addition to all the other positives I've already mentioned, my verdict is this is an absolutely A+ run out and buy it product. Till next video, ladies and gentlemen, talk later.